Hey, what's happening, PE 570? This is Chad Power, and this is my Unit 3 video response to scheduling considerations. Um, in reading chapters 8 and 9 on scheduling and transportation, in addition to watching and listening to the PowerPoint presentation, um, I think that there was a lot of really good information in there to help guide us moving forward, as well as help us understand the roles and responsibilities of an athletic director um, or an administrator in athletics. This is obviously a really big job that requires a lot of organization, detail, and communication. And I have a true appreciation for our athletic director currently and all the things that she has done to accommodate our football program in particular. From an administrative standpoint and compliance standpoint, um, I think when you look at scheduling, there are obviously important aspects of scheduling that come down to financial responsibilities, competitive equity, and making sure that you are doing or scheduling the right teams to set yourself up to have success or peak at the right time. I'm not sure that accomplishing the last of what I said is possible because teams tend to change so much with the turnover in varsity athletics. Uh, However, I do feel it's an important aspect of scheduling. It wouldn't make sense to schedule a team that is constantly getting transfers from all over, from all over California or other states to play them only to get whacked. So, I think scheduling is very important. And with us in particular, we've been in three different leagues in the last 5 years, and part of that is due to some of the success that we've had, in addition to some of the failure over the last year. So moving forward, we're actually moving into a new league again next year, we'll go from a 4-team to a 5-team league, which means we will have to add a couple new teams to our schedule, and that's something that I'm looking forward to trying to help provide great recommendations in this area to make sure that we're scheduling the best teams that we can, and also that it works out. It works out from a financial standpoint, and it is a right fit for our program as well as our school. From a transportation standpoint, I feel like this is something that's very important to our administrator, our athletic director, as well as our head coach. Um, the bus is always on time. There's always two coaches that ride each bus to and from wherever we commute to. However, I wasn't quite aware, how expensive it is or could be to, let's just say, send your JV team to Canyon, for a week zero scrimmage, when everybody else is playing Thousand Oaks, who's 10 miles away. So all of those things taken into account, I do feel like we're pretty good when it comes to transportation. From an official standpoint, with all of the high schools in Ventura County in such a close proximity, as well as coaches that I think get into officiating for financial gain. There you have to kind of keep an eye on any potential bias that could come up. However, I really don't feel like we've had an issue with that in the past, and as long as the officials are doing their job and letting the players decide the outcome of football games on Friday nights, then really it doesn't matter to me. um, just as long as they're there. And we never have issues getting officials there, getting officials paid, making sure forms are signed and sent out. Um, we're pretty good when it comes to that stuff. From a contest control or crowd control standpoint, I can't remember a time where we've ever had an issue, whether it's been a rivalry game or just a really big game in the community. I mean, we've hosted in the last couple of years a CIF regional game. We've hosted a CIF championship game where bleachers have been brought in, and we've had 10,000 people on campus on Friday night to watch a football game, and the environment is infectious. It's a really, really cool environment to be a part of. I'll certainly never forget some of the memories of of those games and how they turned out, and the atmosphere was fantastic, and a lot of that it has to do with how our athletic director and the community really did a great job of coming together to support our program and promote our program to make sure that away teams have enough extra stands for big games, and there's no issues between students doing things or making poor choices on Friday nights. So really no issues there. Everything has been pretty good. So really, for the most part, these are things that I'll continue to investigate as a coach now that I have really a better understanding and a deeper understanding of what goes in to all of this, as it's a significant amount of work. However, I do have a ton of respect for for the people that do it, and it's something that's important to me as a coach as well. In knowing and then being able to help in whatever way that I can. So hopefully I did a decent job answering these questions. I hope everybody's doing well and working good, and I look forward to watching your videos. Thank you.